There. This hangout is on air is live. Okay. Okay, so we ready to get?
Yep.
Hello, everybody. I am Postscript of the Brony Crusaders, and welcome to the first episode of Brony Synonymous, shortened to, quite simply, BS. Here with me is Rosie Seavers, or Rose Powell.
Hey there, everybody. Glad to be here.
We have Sapphire Heart.
You forgot the song, man.
Okay, Sapphire Heartsong, I'm sorry.
Hello. I figured out what's wrong with my mic. That's all I have to say.
Okay. We also have Brony Dev, or Dark Edge.
Yes, hello. I'm trying to get into going by Foul Play now, but
okay.
Brony Dev's fine.
Well, his name is Fowl Play then. Your icon on the screen when it flashes up is a completely different icon than what you have on the bar.
Yeah, I changed my picture like midway. Like, I
That
joined
explains
the
it.
Hangout and then changed my picture on Google+.
And then we have with us Lightning Bliss.
Rainbows make me smile.
Yee! Okay, I'm done. So, our topic for episode 1 is keeping up appearances. This is a open conversation. We'll be talking about this, and you guys will be able to join us in the comments section once the podcast is uploaded. The topic will be talking about just general appearance within society as bronies, and us as content creators within the fandom. So, who wants to start?
Guess. Yeah, go ahead, Sapphire.
No, I said I want to go last.
Oh, right, sorry.
Actually, you supposedly need to go first because I know both of you guys need to bail out fairly shortly. Looking at the time, Rosie should probably be first. Sapphire, you're probably next. If that sounds okay with you guys.
I'm good.
Go last. I got plenty of time.
I'm good. This allows me to learn what the flop we're going to talk about, because I'm slow.
Okay.
Okay, guess I'll go first then. Well, it all started when I first became a member of the Brony fandom, and I wasn't quite sure what the word Brony was until a good friend of mine actually showed me what Milo Play Friendship's Magic was, as well as the Brony fandom. And I was kind of surprised of how this fandom has actually been grown since My Little Pony first started. I mean, like, I was originally surprised. I was originally intended towards male adults, but then it goes towards like more young female audiences. So I was really interested to see that that there are many people, including people with learning disabilities like Asperger's, like I have a diagnosis of. And it's such a warm, welcoming community to be a part of. The way I present myself in society, me being a brony as well as someone with Asperger's syndrome, like my own little circle of friends, really appreciated what I usually do in terms of the fandom, and I have actually shown what I've done on my YouTube channel, and they were really impressed with the way I presented myself towards those like bronies and also like other audiences. In the fandom itself, as an analyst and also an artist, singer, and hopefully become a voice actress. When I first started my channel, I was really surprised that that most people wanted to listen to what my own ideas and views of My Little Pony means to me as a person, not with someone with Asperger's syndrome, but someone who really is like a big fan of animation. Like before, My Little Pony started, I was a fan of shows like Powerpuff Girls, Phineas and Ferb, and Dexter's Laboratory, and I was like a huge fan of all the work that was being put into those cartoons. And when My Little Pony came along, it was like a whole new level of animation fanatics for me. I mean, like, it's all like with the characters, the story, the music, like everything was like it's like a whole new world just like opened up to me. And when I officially became a member of the Rift, I think it was about a year ago, about a year and a half ago now. I was really welcome to this community thanks to like the people who inspired me to become an analyst, like Dr. Wolf, Ink Rose, Anthony C, and also like Golden Fox, Keyframe, and you guys. So like if it weren't for My Little Pony and also being a member of the fandom and the analysis community, I wouldn't have been here today.
Aww.
Aww. We want a hug now.
We are family. Okay, I'm done.
Let's hug too.
Boy, you
Yeah.
better get in here and hug us.
Yeah.
So, what's some more like personal experiences or even like problems that you guys have had trying to keep up, like the title says, keeping up appearances, whether it be through your creations or your videos or even just like day-to-day life in society?
Ugh. Boy howdy. Ugh.
Boy, howdy.
Y'all really want me to answer this question being an alicorn? Oh my god. It's funny, you know, because when I first got like some real serious notice was when after I did On a Moment with Dr. Wolf in his office, right? Not many people knew me back then, not even people of the Rift Cafe, and I was fine with that. I was never bothered with not being noticed or not. I just have fun making content. But he encouraged me to branch out and not be so afraid of showing off who my character is and what I can do. Because when I first came on, I was so scared of the fact that, yes, my OC is an alicorn, and yes, I know for a fact this fandom tends to hate on alicorns because a lot of the time they aren't done so well, and even I can agree with that. But I felt maybe I might be the exception because, unlike some, I actually tried to come up with a good, decent backstory and explain why I wanted to have an alicorn and see. It's not because I want attention, it's because I feel that was the best way to express myself. Because I am extremely happy and blissful as much as I want to be. Anyways, Dr. Wolf...
Blissy. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, Dr. Wolf encouraged me not to hide who I am and to don't worry about what other people think, because if I'm having fun with it and if other people are enjoying what they are seeing from me, then I shouldn't be afraid to branch my character outward. So I got rid of that brown cape my OC used to wear, and I put on some goggles, I exposed my big fluffy ears and my cute little rainbow tail, and Lord and behold, a lot of people like what they saw, surprisingly. But however, I will not hide the fact that I've been getting a few comments lately, and actually very recently, about, for instance, my mini-series, and some people were criticizing the fact that I am an alicorn, and yet I do not know how to control my magic. And that they said, you are trying...
First.
Here's the biggest contradicting comment I have ever seen. And I quote, "What kind of an alicorn seed does not know how to do magic? You're either trying too hard not to be a Mary Sue, and by doing that, you are being a Mary Sue because you're not adapting your character to be better or to develop." And my eye twitched at this, and I chuckled at myself and kind of replied in the back of my mind, it doesn't matter what I do for you people, do I? It's not going to matter if my OC does do magic or does not do magic. Y'all are going to find some way to criticize her and be negative. When I realized this, I had to tell myself and take a deep breath and say, it doesn't matter what other people think, as long as I'm happy with it. Now, this does not mean I will not listen to people's suggestions or opinions, but I do not like being forced to do something I'm not ready to do. And as far goes to how my character progresses is my decision and my choice, because at the end of the day, she is my character. And if y'all don't like it, I suggest you go and make your own character so you can tell it what to do and how to or do not develop.
That's actually a good lesson for anyone trying to create an OC, I think, because it is important to have a character concept that you yourself enjoy. Yay, Maddie!
Maddie, hey!
MadMunchkin.
By the way, Blissy, to add on to the thing, I'd like to say this because I had recently learned this.
Mm-hmm.
If people have to judge you based on your OC, then that's their fault because they don't see what's actually inside you.
Oh yeah, I
If they
get
don't
that a
like
lot.
it, then fine.
It also helps
That's
that
their own fault.
it also helps that Blissy's Alicorn OC is extremely huggable and adorable.
And in real life, I'm like that too.
Don't you have a plushie in your OC now, actually?
I do, as a matter of fact, I do.
Come here, Blissy. I want to hug you now.
Oh, everybody wants to touch a Blissy.
And I want to hug your tail.
Everybody gets one. Yeah, that's another thing I have to deal with. Everybody, that's another problem I am facing recently. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but have you ever experienced this where you worked so hard to come up with this amazing content and review or analysis, and you just want to share your thoughts and hear what other people have to say about how you did in the video, and all you say is, "You're seeing so cute."
Maddie would definitely know that feeling with, "Oh my gosh, I love your accent." Right?
Yes.
My eyes.
I think I've said that before.
Ugh.
To most of the people, I think to everyone in this call. You make a video, you've spent several weeks on it, writing, drawing stuff up, whatever. You release it, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the feedback's going to be, and it's just like, oh my god, I love your accent, it's like totally awesome. I'm like, oh my god, tell me about the video, what do you think about it? Like, actually discuss it? No, let's just talk about,
The best part of your response, the best part of your response there was you dropped into your Mary Sue accent for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved it.
She was made partly because I was getting so pissed off at all these people just talking about the accent all the time, which is constantly brought up, which I shouldn't really have a problem with, but yeah. When it becomes the main thing that you're known for instead of your actual content, it's like, ooh, Maddie's the Scottish one. Okay, great.
I don't like to view you by your wear your culture. I like to view as, oh yeah, she's the Shetland pony. She's awesome.
Yay!
I don't see Shetland ponies in this fandom, hardly ever. Has anyone else seen a Shetland OC?
The only one I've ever seen even close is Tall Tales, but even his recent designs for him don't look anything like Maddie's. Maddie's design is gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely wonderful for it. There's a
She's
reason.
cute and fluffy.
Style, but not by much.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm using Cat Avengers artwork for my OC is because just about everybody in this fandom, at least most of my friends, do way better artwork than I do.
Aww. Aww.
Oh, come on, I know. Your artwork is so awesome, and I love it.
It's a different style. You shouldn't feel bad about a different style.
Get
Yeah.
back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of a good point. I have to admit that some of the stuff on my end isn't even like anything about my content. I do get some constructive criticism on some of it, usually when I'm basically begging people for it. But when it boils down to it, most of my comments are something along the lines of, "So are you a guy or a girl?" I was wondering why Postscript was wearing girl PJs, and then it became all clear. That was a comment left by Anthony C. on the New Year's Eve special.
I personally think of anything when it comes to, well, what people see instead of my actual content personally. I mean, I know there's probably something, like, they quote the very beginning of that bats video I made. Hey Mom, I found a bat! Can I keep it? And I just said my own line wrong. But lots of people tend to comment on that. I mean, I know it's funny. It actually happened, but...
It happens in my recordings too, is I'll actually be trying to say something and I'll wind up saying it in a different tone or a different kind of like fluctuation than what I actually intended. Half the time I'll go back and correct it, but the other half I'm like, fuck it.
But yeah, in my case, people like to quote that video. For example, the live stream with Ellie, Josh, Scorcher, Zach, and stuff. The guy who makes the porn art for the analysis community, Dargon, just quoted my video right away. It's like, it was one of those moments.
I kind of wish I got recognized at anything, really, at this point.
Aww.
Except I do get recognized a couple different times. Like, aren't you the guy that basically ripped on MadMunchkin? I'm like, hang on a second.
Yeah, I know. Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Yeah.
That actually comes from my response video to her Pony Generator and Alicorn OC videos. I did a video response to that, going in depth about what I consider as a creative process for OCs, slightly altering her viewpoint on it, and apparently, according to that, everybody thinks that I hate her because of it.
Well, I know you don't hate me. And that video wasn't tearing into me or what I said in the video. It was just you giving your opinion of what I said, which is, that's putting your opinion across constructively. So I don't know. Like, I've seen videos that were responses to my videos, and I've seen ones that have been really bad, to the point of being personal attacks. Like,
I think I remember one of those videos.
Like with
I almost ripped into the guy, but he took down the video because of the bad responses that was coming at him.
I don't want to go into that subject just now, but basically there was another problem that I had with the exact same guy, and what happened is actually an arrestable offense, and I don't really want to go into it right now, but yeah. It's bad.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's go back
worry
to
if
topic.
you don't feel. Don't worry if you don't feel comfortable talking about certain problems. This is supposed to be kind of like a support group, but I'm also just opening it up for like conversation. I want to be able to get some people's insight into some of these topics. But if you're uncomfortable talking about something, don't feel bad about saying, "Hey, I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah. For creating a really very nice, relaxing atmosphere here. So, and being with a great circle of friends, and that's what the support group side of this comes about.
That was I guess the original concept is more like a support group, but just broadcast to bring conversation in.
Should I bring up? I don't know. This still relates to the topic, but it was about OCs and people judging them in general. Is that relatable?
That is extremely relatable, considering that most of us will actually present ourselves as our OCs before we'll present ourselves as, ourselves.
Well, here, I had a shocking revelation, and it caught me off guard because I try to be so careful not to offend anyone or make people think that, yeah, I'm all that, I'm an alicorn. That's right. I'm better than all of you. I don't think that way at all. In fact, I feel very intimidated being an alicorn just because that's what I fear the most. People thinking that I'm better than them when no, I don't think that way at all. I'm just very happy and I love rainbows, and what's to love more than an alicorn with rainbows in her mane and her tail? However, my topic... Here's the thing I ran into. I won't mention this person's name, and he actually did apologize to me because he made me feel really bad. But he said something that got me thinking, and I was really shocked about how some people can be so narrow-minded. And that was, the person in question told me or said that, why do you have this little thing in your signature, which was on the My Little Pony forums? Why does it say in your signature, Lightning Bliss, I am happily married to a Draconicus? Yeah. Okay, so I play in RPs on the My Little Pony forums all the time. And my husband is, I will make this clear, he is not a brony. He is a Trekkie and a passionate DBZ fanatic. But I wanted him to somehow, in some way, be a part of the RPs I'm playing in, so I created an OC for him that I thought would kind of stand out because of the fact he is so different from me. I'm not a Trekkie. I wouldn't call myself a DBZ fanatic, though I do enjoy it. So I thought, hey, a Draconicus that doesn't really know how to control his magic very well. I mean, it's the exact opposite of Chaos. Wherever Chaos happens, he tends to fix things with it. But anyways...
That's not what I wanted at all!
Exactly.
I wanted the apple to explode!
Well, this person said, aren't you? Why did you put that in your signature? People are going to think that you're better than everybody else because you have a very powerful husband or something. Why would you put that there? And I just stopped dead in my tracks. I did not ever even think that. As far as I was concerned, I was having fun. I was just playing. This is just for RPs and just to have fun, because I thought, oh, what kind of adventures would Lightning Bliss and her husband go on? Two such powerful, crazy beings, and they both kind of suck at controlling their magic, and he's a Draconicus, for crying out loud. How cool is that? And yeah, I know for a fact there's only one Draconicus in the world, and that's Discord in the MLP franchise, but I kind of figured maybe he isn't the only one in some other universe, and again, I was just having fun. Not ever did it ever occur to me that people would take offense to it, though.
Yeah, I think there's a saying here that that kind of fits in. I don't know if I'm paraphrasing or not, but basically, if you're not pissing somebody off, you're not doing something right. Is the way that I've heard it.
Yeah.
So pretty much, if somebody's pissed off, but not everybody, then you must be doing at least something right. Because you're gonna offend people. You're gonna offend somebody no matter what you do. And I think all of us have kind of experienced that.
But
Yeah.
I'm trying not to offend people. That's just it.
All of us try not to offend people anyway. Anybody coming to my channel, I hope, realizes that I cuss like a fucking sailor. But there are those who are offended by that type of speech. I just express myself in a
Josh Parker live stream thing from last night, and I felt bad because I said the F word in front of him without thinking.
That was with who? That was with who?
Well,
Josh.
people are going to get offended over everything, no matter what you say. Well, no matter what, everyone is going to be offended over something.
Exactly. I know this very, very well. I work in
Offended.
I work in a restaurant, and I've managed to offend a lot of people without even realizing it. Some of it is just simply like asking them what kind of bread that they want or for their sandwiches or something like that. There are people who straight up start cussing me out, especially when I have to tell them that, one, we can't take bills over a 20. That's a really big one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then there's people who know that I'm a brony, and it's not like I really hide the fact that I am, but just the sheer and simple fact that I consider myself as a brony apparently is offensive to multiple people in this city. So much to the point that they started making up stories to write for feedback just to try and get me fired from my job.
Seriously.
I shit you not.
Those people are assholes, alright? I mean, I've been pretty grateful. I've had the given grace that not many people are offended that I'm a brony, because there's actually a college brony club where I live, and I find that pretty good, but
That's actually pretty cool.
I personally have not had any problems other than like some family members thinking I'm weird for liking it. Like my mom, she doesn't get it, but she supports me. And she sometimes is like, when I say like horse famous and brony famous, she's like, yeah, that's all fine and good until she's
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea either. Well, I have had the sun grace. My parents don't understand it, but they support me. My dad not as much. But I guess I should be grateful because I know not everybody is tolerant over the fact that bronies exist.
That's actually
And
kind of the
if
part.
I-
Sorry.
And if I've ever like met anyone who was totally against the brony fandom, I just don't really talk about it though.
That is one saving grace of any fandom, really, is you can always find other topics and interests to connect with other people on. That's one thing that they teach a lot in the show, is just having differences doesn't mean that you can't be friends. And one of the first episodes that they showed this in was Look Before You Sleep. So,
Yep.
yeah, I kind of understand having a parent who doesn't quite get it. My dad does not want to watch MLP with me, but he knows that I have an interest in the show, a very large interest in the show, in fact. But he at least is accepting of the fact that I am a brony. So there is a little bit of saving grace for some people, but there's not a brony group. There's not a brony group in the college town nearby here. This is a very backwoods religious area, so a guy having an interest in something that's always been seen as a girl topic is a little bit more than just slightly taboo.
Oh. Well, my dad isn't as supportive as I'd personally like him to be. Like, as soon as he sees me watching My Little Pony, he just thinks, like, seriously, Christy, that's for friggin' 8-year-old girls, turn that crap off and do something else. I don't watch the ball game.
Does he ever catch you drawing ponies?
Yep, he rolls his eyes and tells me, get over it, stop being friggin' childish. He's that bad.
Not even my mother does that, just because, I mean, it's understandable for guys to get a little smack for liking ponies, because we're still in that day and age where it's not manly to like ponies. But for girls, we have it a little easier, because it is not unheard of for girls to like horses or ponies. But so I'm a little surprised your dad's rolling your eyes and telling you to grow up.
Well, I can understand.
My brother would get picked on to this day because he liked My Little Pony back during G1, G3, whatever. Back
Oh
in
dear
the
God, he was a fan of G3.
I don't know. He's 8 years older than me. I grew up with that crap before I was even born. But yeah, he would get teased to death in the family. Now I kind of take that off of his hands, even though I made fun of him too. He will not watch the show because my family tortured him so much for liking that when he was a kid. So yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, though, because I've actually watched multiple times. In fact, I've watched a video. Hang on, I think I'm actually a little bit louder than I should be.
No, you sound fine to me. Everyone sounds about the same.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll just creep it down slightly because my audio reader is going way the hell off the chart. But so there was a video that I've watched multiple times, and it's actually a girl who's talking about being a brony and talking about like having society looking at her because she's an adult watching this show originally created for small children. So there is a little bit of stigma towards girls liking My Little Pony if they're like 18 or older. But, the target audience doesn't have any problems. And at least, hopefully, some of the parents who watch the show realize that, yes, this is a well-written show with good characteristics and good life lessons for more than just children. But as society as a whole, I can kind of see it as a problem. Because a lot of people still see My Little Pony as, G1 and G3, and God forbid G3.5.
Emphasis
Unless
on
we-
the 0.5.
The less we talk about that, the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the brain dead crap that they were trying to shell out to 5 and 7-year-old girls, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, or something like that. This new series has been created with such well-written, and they've been expanding on their talents and abilities ever since the show started.
This is something that really kind of peeves me off. It's like, when I was growing up, I was a tomboy, so I was into like all these kind of things that girls apparently shouldn't really be into. Like I liked superheroes and Batman. I played with cars instead of Barbies, and things like that. And they were like, "Ooh, there's something wrong with you," and I'm like, "Well, no, there isn't. I'm fine. I'm happy. I like what I like. Who cares if someone else doesn't?" And what really peeves me off is that with animations that are for girls are automatically considered to be bad when comparing them to animations that are for boys. And I know that Lauren First has brought this up several times, and a few other well-known people have as well. And one of the shows that has turned that around is MLP, but then you've got shows like Powerpuff Girls as well, and then shows that are aimed for girls and boys.
Yeah.
So like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, or I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that's that kind of Dexter's Lab, and all the cartoon shows, which are very unisex in their appeal. But when you say, "Oh, I like My Little Pony," for some reason people just throw themselves at you and say, "Oh my God, why do you like that?" That half of the time people, as you say, have not seen this iteration of the show, or only remember G1 and G2 and all that, and they judge you for what you like and what you enjoy, and I think that's really unfair. Because although that does reflect a lot on your personality, it doesn't sum you up as a person, if you know what I mean, and it shouldn't be bad either. Because I enjoy MLP, but then I also enjoy Hellsing or Trinity Blood, or something like that. So
Hey,
yeah,
Maddie.
Crazy. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Maddie.
What?
Gargoyles.
Yes, Gargoyles, or Batman the Animated Series.
Gargoyles.
There's so many. I've been surrounded, growing up, keep going off on a tangent here, but it's just because this is what I've grown up with. When you like animation, people that don't watch a lot of animation are only familiar with Disney or things that are specifically made for children. They're not technically made for children, they're just made to be suitable for all, but they think, "Ooh, that's just for kids." So when you say you're into things like My Little Pony, or even if you just say I'm into anime, some people will just say, "Well, that's just cartoons," and you're like, "No, it's not. It's so much more than that." But
I'll tell people that I'm into anime, and a lot of people look at me with this look that just says nerd.
yeah, but I've said to people that think I'm a nerd, I'm like, well, yeah, I am a nerd because I was a Trekkie growing up as well, so that didn't really help my rep, but I didn't really care anyway because Star Trek was bloody awesome and still is, so yeah.
So I have a confession to say at this point. I was actually on the other end of that conversation one time. I had a friend who was trying to tell me, "Hey, have you seen this new series?" This is on about March 24th or March 25th of 2011. This is actually what got me into it. Was I had a buddy who was telling me, "Have you seen the show?" And I'm like, "No, what is it?" He goes, "Well, it's My Little Pony." I'm like, "What? Are you out of your fucking mind?" Of course, at this point, I didn't ask him what I thought he was smoking, but he's like, "No. This is the new series. It just started up last fall. You got to check it out. This is awesome. Just watch this clip." And he showed me the clip of where the episode from Sonic Rainbow. Is that the actual name of it?
Probably, yeah. But the actual Sonic Rainbow.
he showed me the clip that is the climactic performance of Rainbow Dash and Rarity, where Rainbow Dash saves Rarity and the 3 Wonder Bolts. And
Yep, that's it. Solid Rainbow.
okay, that is definitely the episode title. Awesome. So, anyways, he shows me this clip, and I see this explosion of color, this drama, this suspense, and these characters that I didn't quite connect with at the time. But I could see that there was hopefully something a little bit deeper in it than I want tea parties. But outside of that, I finally finished the clip, and I told him, all right, fine, I'll admit it, that was pretty cool. I'll check out the series. Let me see if I can find the pilot, because I always have to start from the beginning. I started watching the series, and I binged watched the entire series up to the latest episode, and was looking forward to the next episode airing. And 3 days after that, I uploaded my first pony picture, which I created in Inkscape, I believe. No, Paint Tool Sai, actually. I've never owned Inkscape, and you can still see that picture in my gallery to this day. It was the original concept for my OC. I found a pony generator, and I created my OC in it. I talk about this in once video. I went to the pony generator. I made my pony OC, and I'm like, that don't quite look right. So I started playing around in Paint Tool Sai, and I did my own little pony artwork. And, a few hours later, I had Lockhart, which was Postscript's original concept. Over the course of time, she's grown and evolved to be a completely different character. In fact, that's one reason why I've been using her for my videos. Is I spent 3 years designing her concept, and it came to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna suck it up. I have to make videos if I'm gonna do my reviews, because I was doing my reviews in my DeviantArt journal for several episodes, and nobody fucking read them. So to try and get to a larger audience and see if I could get commentary on my work, to see if I could make it just a little bit better, maybe. I had to bite the bullet and just say, okay, I've got to make videos. Now here's the question: am I going to use my OC I've had for 4 years, or am I going to design a guy OCs just specifically for my videos? And it came to the point of, well, I'm fucking lazy, so I just threw my OC pictures up on my videos to begin with. And that was it. And ever since, so are you a guy or a girl? As a content creator, I never stop getting that question.
Story.
Anyways.
Anyone?
Sorry, what?
We have not heard from Fowl Play yet. Does anybody else have stories or thoughts or concepts to throw into this?
Guys, I best get going.
Okay, see you, Rosie.
Okay. Bye.
See you later.
Sleep tight.
You too.
I guess I can go.
Are you heading out as well?
Oh boy. Well, I've had a history of being a part of fandoms that not everybody technically appreciated. Such as, how do I say, like the Pokemon fandom. I grew up with Pokemon after my brother had gotten all the games and whatnot from, blah, 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 and I was just absolutely in love with it. But, sadly, during my time, it wasn't cool. It was never cool in school, but I still played anyway, like the fanatic I was. Same thing with Sonic. Actually, somebody in middle school told me that was an even worse fandom to get into, but I didn't care, but oh well. But here comes My Little Pony. The one fandom where at first I said, are you guys seriously watching this? I was in my freshman year of high school. No, coming to the end of my freshman year of high school, and I'm surrounded by these people in the anime club that I was in, and they're all gathered around watching the first episode of My Little Pony. It's like, what are you guys watching? My Little Pony? Seriously? And then during the whole entire end of the thing, they've been beating it in my head, Watch My Little Pony. Thank God that summer was over, because how do I say it? I eventually found Dog and Pony Show and watched it, thinking, seriously, this is what these people are into? Then the "this is whining" moment came in, and I'm like, oh my god.
That left me
Seriously?
rolling the first time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I started rolling, and then it got to the point where she started crying, and the Diamond Dogs are like, "How do I make her stop?" And she totally all these people, and then they came up with that ending, and that ending lesson was just beautiful. While I didn't enjoy Rarity's character because
I
they
wasn't
portrayed her the way that she did, they very much portrayed her as like the stereotypical girl. But it's the fact that they took that and basically bitch slapped society with that lesson. It's like that was gorgeous.
I wasn't done with my story, but okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I totally broke in.
It's fine. But yeah, while I was in the middle of watching that during the crying scene, all of a sudden, my dad starts walking in getting ready for work, and then I try turning off the TV, and he stares at me like, were you watching porn again?
Nice.
Like, let's watch this. And then I turned it back on and stubbornly forced myself to watch it. But then, after calming down and just watching the rest of it while he was gone, it's like, what was I thinking? This is awesome. Wait, what the heck am I doing? Why am I watching this?
Because it's
I
awesome.
just said screw it and just watched it, and I enjoyed it. Even though there were some episodes that made me cringe a bit, but I still enjoyed the living crap out of it. Actually, I was kind of desperate, so I wanted to see the Canterlot wedding episode. Then This Day Arya came in, and Chrysalis came in. And that's the moment when I realized, oh yeah, I'm totally getting into this. But I didn't even discover the Bronalysis community until after Magical Mystery Cure. I was just enjoying the show for the show. My first video was the Alicorn Princess thing with Digibrony before Season 4 came along. After a year. And I thought, you know what? Wait, why? No. Never mind, screw it. And I kind of skipped out on the analysis community for a while. And then I saw the Canterlot wedding video with Anthony C. and
Pretty
not
curious.
Brony Dev.
Brony
but
curious.
With, Tommy Oliver and Anthony C. Then I became interested in the Bronalysis community. There are bronies at my school, not that many anymore, but they really don't give a crap about the analysis community, so it's kind of hard to talk about ponies with them.
Mm.
But
You guys just don't understand me anymore. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm excited over meeting people like you, Maddie, or Lightning, and a bunch of other people. They just like, who? Like, I only know one person at my table who knows anything about the analysis community, and all she knows is Silverquill. That's it. That's the only analyst she knows.
I'm surprised with how many collabs he does that she doesn't know that there are other people who do this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She knows, she just doesn't care.
By the way, Maddie, when is your collab with Silverquill?
I've already done a collab with Silverquill.
You have?
Yeah.
It's a non-phone Steve video.
Well, shit, I need to go find it. I must have missed it somewhere.
Silly.
Anyways,
Sorry.
I've
I'll shut up
actually
now.
been interested in the analysis community for a year after that. I would write down my thoughts and all that, but I never had the equipment or anything to go along with making videos. But then 2015 comes, I watch Ty and Daga's videos, and it's like, you know what? I better get into it right now before everything is too late. I have my own original thoughts, and I have all this stuff, and I'm pissed off about this episode. Then I saw Golden Fox's video, and fuck.
Which one? Because he's had a lot of
Can I
videos.
use your video for an ending gag to express my anger that we have the same opinion? Okay, I'll do it. Then history was made, and I thought, you know what? This is the greatest thing ever. Until I joined the Rift.
And then it all fell apart.
Yep.
The worst decision of your
Especially
life.
with that one certain project that certain people are in. Except for
Hey,
Maddie.
Hey, at least I got the recording to you finally.
Thank you, God. I just have to actually find the time to do visual editing and all that. Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you actually sent me the request for the audio recordings like a month and a half before my surgery to fix my nose. So
I
I
didn't know you, okay? Mer.
Ah.
Mer. Mer, 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 mer.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
Lord.
get a little bit back on topic.
Yeah.
We got way the hell off
Sorry.
with our stories. I guess they're still prevalent though, because we're still kind of talking about our experiences with friends and family and school and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just
In a diverse way.
yeah,
I've
and it's
never
slightly
really
more diverse.
I've never really had any problems other than people thinking it's weird, but I like weird. It's why I do things. Because I like being weird. After all, perfect is boring.
Yep.
I'm going to use that as a quote. Sapphire Heartsong says, "I like being weird."
Yay, I inspired some pony.
Yay!
You're fading it out, Blissy.
I didn't do it!
Neither did I, and I'm the only one with the controls for that
Feels
kind of
like
shit.
you ran around in the room going, yay!
Oh, I thought she was running for the door.
That's what I was picturing in my mind when you were going.
No, it's my
"Yay!"
microphone. My
Just
microphone.
spinning around in
sucks.
circles, just going around in circles in the room. Just
My
whee!
microphone sucks.
One of the hardest things about being in the analysis community versus real life is that I can't go, oh my god, I met this person, oh my god, I met that person.
I know, right? Even I do that.
Oh, here's the bad thing. When I was at Brony Scot last year, the first Brony convention in Scotland, Ailey Monty was there, and I completely spaced on it. It was like 2 days later, and I was like, oh, I found an Ailey Monty video, and I was like, hang on, she was at Brony. Oh, god damn it! I was like, oh, I know that person. I recognize her face for some reason, but nah, it's probably just because she looks like someone I know. And I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Senpai notice.
Senpai!
Someday, I really, really want to meet people in a convention, a pony convention in real life, other than, an anime convention.
Yeah,
Like,
there
You
was a
people have your BronyCons and your Nightmare Nights and all that. I got boring old TrotCon in Ohio.
Hey, I have still not made it to Nightmare Night.
Neither have I.
It was
Well,
just
Nightmare Night is a deal down in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
In the chat.
But I'm going to try and make it this year. I'm supposed to be on the fucking panel, but I'm going to try and make it down to Nightmare Nightcon.
I don't think anyone would recognize me if I said, hey, I'm Sapphire Heartsong. They're just going to go, who?
I'll just say Sappy! Well, I'm the same way. I'm Lightning Bliss. I'm the Rainbow Alicorn. Odds are not many people at the Nightmare Night Con are gonna know me, except for Dr. Wolf and Robin and I know. And Thunderblower.
I swear to God, I'm somehow going to someday go to a convention like BronyCon or whatever and just go, hi, I'm Sapphire Heartsong, and then people will pile on me before I get to ask my question. I can just imagine imagine that one day, but I
You
doubt it.
will be tackled.
I am dying to make it to BabsCon because that's where all of my closer friends are. I don't even care about BronyCon at this point. I've always kind of wanted to go, but I don't even really care about BronyCon at this point because all of my friends are over in California.
California.
It's
I
half
just
the
realized
continent
the
away in
reason
either
why I
direction,
go
but
Bronies guys to meet Maddie.
Sorry, I completely missed that. Sorry, say that again.
I just realized the only reason I would go Brony Scott is just to meet you, Maddie.
Aww.
Aww.
It's a really small con anyway.
Trip to Scotland because that's the only reason why she wants to go, just because it's Scotland. My mom
I'm
really
planning next year on going to Buck or UK PonyCon. I think going to like BabsCon or BronyCon in the US is still a pipe dream, but yeah, the biggest con I've been to is about 1,500 people. So going to a con like over in the States would be a big shock to the system for me. So I think I need to build it up slowly. Not to mention it would cost a heck of a lot of money to go over there for me. So
My
yeah.
favorite con, and my only con that I've actually been to, is Colossal Con in Sandusky, Ohio, in the Kalahari Resort. I've only been there for 2 years in a row, but oh my god, it was amazing. It's a fairly famous anime convention. You guys should look it up sometime or whatever, and maybe we should end this topic and get back onto what we're originally talking about, because I'm ranting.
rambling is good. But still, yeah, I have to agree. I'm still trying to keep us a little bit more on topic, keeping up appearances, what it's like being a Brony in society, and what it's like being in the fandom as a content creator, because that's actually a smaller group than most people might think. A lot of MLP fans, they might do, maybe one or two things. A lot of people won't. But in retrospect, the number of people in the fan base who actually regularly create content and are like, especially those who are identified by their content, is a very, very small collection of people.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly don't have problems with y'all were discussing when it comes to being viewed in the community. I mean, I grew up in a very large family. I was the little girl who watched Firefly's Big Adventure, or actually y'all would know it as G1 Escape from Midnight Castle. I watched that 3 to 4 times every damn day. I am not kidding on that. And if I wasn't watching that, then I was watching Rainbow Bright. And if I wasn't watching that, then I was watching The Last Unicorn. And if I wasn't watching that, I was watching The Land Before Time.
Hey, I like the
It's
label.
okay, I was watching Disney movies, Pokemon, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
My point is that when G4 came out, and I started watching it, and I told my folks, yeah, I'm a Brony, and they asked me, oh, what does that mean? I'm like, oh, I love ponies. And they looked at me, and they said, well, what's changed here? You watched MLP since you were 5. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's weird because guys like the show too. And then they go, wait, what? And I go, yeah, guys actually like the show. They're like, huh, that's new. I go, I know, right? John, my brother, he never liked the show. My brothers never liked the show. My husband doesn't like the show very much unless John Delancey is involved.
Did he like this week's episode then?
I haven't got him to watch it yet. I would like him to because there's so many pop culture references. But anyway, yeah, I never had a problem announcing the fact I'm a Brony. Hell, my nephew, who's about 9 years old now, he's the only other Brony in my family. And when he said that to his parents, they didn't care. They honestly didn't care because as far as they're concerned, he just loves watching a show. He loves to draw like I do, like his mother does. He loves drawing ponies, and he loves drawing Minecraft stuff, because the other thing he's not obsessed with ponies is Minecraft. It's not weird to us, because at the end of the day, it's just a show.
Thank you!
It's just a show!
To most of society, that doesn't seem to be the outlook on it. So, Yeah, that's actually why we're talking right now. Is a lot of society doesn't see it as just a show or just an interest. They see it as there's a serious problem with this collection of guys, or this collection of adult women who are enjoying this, you know, little girls cartoon that's not supposed to. You're not supposed to watch past about the age of 10.
Actually, I kind of showed my brother like the show a couple of times, and he was just rolling his eyes, even though he was the one who originally liked My Little Pony when he was a kid. Like, I actually ended up showing him like this week's well, not this week's, but the Castle Sweet Castle moment with bulk biceps, because he's a massage therapist.
Yeah.
And he was just laughing out loud after thinking, oh god, typical pony stuff where they're in a spa. And then he finally sees bulk biceps and just bursts out laughing. That's the only sign I've ever gotten from him that this is appealing.
Shock therapy.
Anyway. And I said, yeah, that totally reminds me of you. And he just shook his head going, oh god.
I wish he would learn to
His
use the
boyfriend
door.
was
That was the
laughing.
best line. But that was an awesome scene, by the way, because it came out of fucking nowhere.
I even showed my mom that. It's like, yeah, I gotta show Kelly this.
Well, what do
Yes,
you
his
guys
name
think?
is
Is there any
Kelly.
more you guys want to talk about society or creating content and pressure for either getting better or presenting yourselves in a certain way?
Society needs to grow up, and don't be afraid to be creative. Sure, be open to suggestions and opinions, but at the end of the day, be happy with what you do. That is all.
Yay!
Actually, there are moments in the fandom where I find this gorgeous image in my head, but I can't get it onto paper the way I want it to. Does anyone ever have that moment?
That is the struggle of every fucking artist ever.
Welcome to every moment of every day of
Like,
every
you have
week of
this
every month of my life.
Like, you have this awesome auditory visual art in your videos that you want to present, but it doesn't come out the way you want it to.
As I
Instead,
said,
it comes
welcome
out looking.
to every fucking artist's problem.
I know. I've actually had certain problems, like in videos, where I had to cut something out because I couldn't find the source material and had nothing to, you know. It's hard to explain, sorry. Like, I want to do something for a video, but I can't get it out. And it's hard.
I've had this was my original topic before Pasta took it, but I had a conversation for about an hour and a half with Dr. Wolf about trying to find a drive for my passion to create certain content or topics or ideas. And we talked for like an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours even, just, about this particular topic. So I hope it's not like an uncommon problem that eventually content creators are going to run into issues of, putting the metal to the grindstone, so to speak, when it comes to creating what they're hoping to get out of their head into something to present to other people.
Actually, I also have this strange anxiety when it comes to my videos and subscribers. Like, my subscribers have been waiting hours upon weeks, months, years for me to produce something, and they eventually just stop posting stop watching me altogether and just unsubscribe completely because, well, I haven't done anything. And I feel like I have to get something out as fast as I can, and I miss the quality, and I accidentally forget to put myself in one place, etc. Like in that Bats video, I had a moment where I forgot to put myself in as a whole because I was working on half-assed animation for the end of the video. And plus, I had been working 3 hours straight without any food.
You have the complete opposite problem I have. The most that I'll wind up doing over the course of the past several months has been to participate in podcasts. This is the first one I'm actually hosting in the past several months. But if people look at my DeviantArt or they look at my YouTube channel, it's like there has been nothing done since January on either of these pages. Where the hell are you?
I've actually been in a lot of podcasts. Well, not podcasts, but like live streams too, like with Eliora and FNGR. I had some things done and stuff.
By the way, Maddie, one of my friends told me she is a massive fan of you.
Oh, that's cool. Yay! I'm not talking much, sorry.
The only person I was looking forward to meeting more than anyone was you, Maddie.
And what a disappointment it was.
Aww.
You weren't there, and I was mad. It's like, it's Maddie here. It's Maddie here.
Maddie! Maddie! We're coming to get you, Maddie!
She left like a week ago. Damn it!
I just needed I had to leave the Rift and several other chats for a bit because it was getting a bit distracting from my work. So I thought, right, I need to just take a break, step away, and just figure out how I can work on stuff while still, talking to people. And I couldn't really do that. But now I think I'm in a place where I can manage it better. So yeah, but something major happened as well around the same time that I left the Rift. Yeah, which I won't go into, but yeah, I'm glad I'm back now because I really missed everybody.
Yay!
I was like, I don't talk to because I have no social life whatsoever. So, hey.
Aw, I do hope that'll. I mean, I do hope to meet.
Very well.
I like ponies. I'm not social.
I
The
like
family.
ponies. I'm not
You're
so
just like all the rest of us.
Yes. Well, one thing's for sure. I do hope one day to meet everybody at one point or another. And, I mean, hell, if not meet Maddie, I still would love to go to Scotland because I have ancestors that came from Scotland, and Scotland's an awesome place!
Actually,
sometimes when
Queen Mary of Scots is a very, 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 very distant cousin of mine. According to my family, they could be making it up. I don't know.
well, my family tells me that I'm like 397th in line for like a Dutch, like a Dutch hierarchy in some kind of part of Scotland or something. But
So
yeah,
why aren't you in Alicorn again?
big. That actually may come up later. I've been thinking about it, like possibly at
It's like
10 or
a
15,000 subs if it ever fucking
situation.
happens.
Except without the douchiness aspect.
Okay, what
Yeah.
other topics do we need to get on?
yeah,
Or is that it?
because I need to go to bed soon.
Oh yeah, it's like really, really late for you, isn't it?
Oh, not
Yeah,
too
she's
late. It's
like-
like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, she's
I
like
usually
6
go to
hours.
bed around
Yeah.
10.
Okay, you're awake like 4 hours later than I try to go to bed.
I'm a night owl. I tend to work better when it's really
Dark out.
late and everyone else is in bed.
I drive better at night. I have no idea how that works. But anyways,
Anyway.
if nobody has anything else to talk about as far as like what it's like in society being a brony, or even just within the fan base as a content creator, any kind of pressures on creating content or trying to present a certain thing a certain way, we could probably go ahead and sign off now.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Well, this is
Bye, people in the, chat.
By whoever you weird people that had nothing better to do. No, I'm joking.
Hi everybody, I'm sorry I didn't say a lot. I'm really tired.
Hey,
we still have 4 viewers for some reason. But anyways, outside of that, this has been intriguing. I'm actually interested on seeing if we wind up getting any kind of commentary on people trying to join in on the conversation. I'd like to see what other people have to say. It's been great hearing what you guys have to say. I'll try to keep this thing up as a weekly deal. I don't know if it's going to happen on Thursday or Friday, but hopefully at some point I'll be able to do these weekly podcasts for people interested. And I haven't figured out a topic to use for next week. What do you guys think?
Whatever works for you, man. Just go with the flow, man.
Just go with the flow, man.
Tree
Did I
hugger.
mention my family is part hippie, part biker?
Oh, you must have loved Tree Hugger in the latest episode then.
No, I was just thinking of all the drug references.
Yeah, I was watching her. The only thing I was sitting there thinking is, what kind of drug is she on?
Oi! We're supposed to be ending the chat, not continuing.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So, yes, I'm interested in seeing what other people have to say on this particular topic. If anyone has any comments or suggestions, possibly for new topics, anything that others might be interested in hearing about, go ahead and leave a comment on the comment section. This has been Postscript of the Brony Crusaders, here with Rose Pal, who's had to leave, Fowl Play, or Brony Dev,
Or
as
Dark
well
Age.
as, who also had to leave, and, well, we had Sega at one point, but she kind of bailed on us.
Aw.
But we've been here with MadMunchkin, Sapphire Heartsong, and Lightning Bliss.
You're surrounded by beautiful women who are not your girlfriend.
What are you gonna do? I'm married.
I'm a very huggy person, so I'll just pass hugs around to everybody. So hugs.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Feel free to leave comments in the comments section, and we will see you guys hopefully sometime next week. We'll see if I actually have a topic at that point.
Okay,
So this
bye-bye.
This is Postscript signing off.
Bye.